Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again. And yes, this is a late review, but better late than never. This is the review for the 2021 movie that was Belated that I saw in December. I didn't see it in August when it came out in theaters. It stars the always gorgeous and always talented Maggie Q. It's a film that shouldn't have bombed at the box office last year. I think it's very underrated. It deserves more attention. And this is The Protege, yes, with Michael Keaton, Samuel Jackson, and the delicious Maggie Q, who I just did a podcast for her again, in Live Free or Die Hard, telling you how gorgeous she is. This film came out last summer in August. I don't know why this flopped. This is a good Martin Campbell movie. It goes back to the movies that he did back in the 90s and the 2000s. He did GoldenEye and Casino Royale, which were way better than any of the Craig Bond movies that came out after that, or even the Brosnan movies that came out after that as well. Because this is an R-rated movie for Martin Campbell. He's mostly done PG-13 because he did, Green Lantern. He did, like I said, GoldenEye. I know he's done some other films too. I forgot which other films he's done. He's a New Zealand director, I think. Yeah. And the thing is that he has an eye for detail when it comes to action films. He also did Vertical Limit. Yeah, I saw that back in the 2000s. Mask of Zorro, haven't seen that yet. The Foreigner with Jackie Chan. So he's done some stuff. Edge of Darkness I was not a fan of. It was way too dark and depressing. But this movie's awesome. If you haven't seen this movie, I would say rent it or stream it, or you can buy it. It's pretty cheap. I got this on Black Friday for $10, so it was worth the $10. Unlike some of the movies I bought on Black Friday in previous years. And, it's a very simple plot. Let me just read the synopsis here. Rescued as a child by the legendary assassin Moody, Anna is the world's most skilled contract killer. However, when Moody is brutally killed, she vows revenge for the man who taught her everything she knows. As Anna becomes entangled with an enigmatic killer, their confrontation turns deadly, and the loose ends of a life spent killing weave themselves even tighter. Yeah, and the movie only made $8 million. That's less than freaking Shoot 'Em Up and the freaking Grindhouse movie that came out back in the 2000s. That's sad. I know that Maggie Q hasn't been in a blockbuster film in a while, guys, but she's not forgotten. People remember Nikita and Live Free or Die Hard and Mission Impossible 3. She's a good actress. I don't know why they keep ignoring her films. I really enjoyed this. This is one of my honorable mentions from last year. The film was released in August the 20th of 2021 by Lionsgate. That's another thing. Lionsgate hasn't made a big hit in a while. It was mostly Disney. Last year was just Disney, Sony, and Warner Brothers that had a lot of hits worldwide or domestically last year. And I know it's the pandemic, but this movie wasn't on Netflix. It could have been, though. It got mixed reaction, but like I said, this poster's awesome. Look at that. Yeah, that's a poster I took a picture of last year. And Maggie Q's a great lead in this movie. Without her, the movie would have suffered. If this was Gemma Chan, I would have never seen it. Because I hate her. I've hated her ever since Captain Marvel. But, at least this girl can act. No stupid accent. The movie's under 2 hours, so it's not Eternals. It's an hour and 49 minutes. Without the end credits, about an hour and 45. It's short. Mercifully short. Because now every movie, every summer blockbuster or winter blockbuster has to be 2.5 hours. You don't need it, guys. You can make a movie under 2 hours and make it work. Some movies need to be longer, but that's only for content. But Eternals did not need to be 2.5 hours. It could have been a half hour shorter or 15 minutes shorter. Just make the running time go by quicker. This movie's got a way faster pacing. It's got better action sequences. It's got more action. There's not as much talking. Is the plot generic? Yeah, we've seen this plot done before. But it's done well. And the movie just did not deserve to bomb. It came out at the wrong time. It should have came out in the beginning of 2021 when the theaters reopened in like April or something. And they said Maggie Q is still waiting for an action movie that really deserves her. But until then, The Protege hits just hard enough to satisfy. She deserves a better franchise. I want her to be in Shang-Chi too. Or any of the MCU movies or TV shows or anything. Because just look at this woman. Look at her. That is a badass woman. She has such a calm voice and is so sexy. Like, if you rewatch Live Free or Die Hard, you know what I'm talking about. She has screen presence. That is something that I did not get with Gemma Chan in anything I saw her in last year, or Binto, or The Hobo, or any of these British chicks that are posers. They think that they can act, but they can't. They're just reading lines off of cue cards. That's how interesting they are. She doesn't do that. She's very, very satisfying. And also, I said, reported 76% of audience members gave it a positive score because it's fun. This movie doesn't hold back. It has curse words, blood, and it's got violence. It doesn't hold back. It's like an Asian female John Wick, except shorter, and it's not a franchise, but hey, it's going to get a lot of attention on streaming in this year, just like Peppermint did when they put it on Netflix last year, because it's good. It's not a bad movie. I think it's, like I said, there are flaws. I think some of the actors get underused a little bit, but that it's other than that, like the action is not the problem. Who else is in the movie? You have other people I never heard of. You have Patrick Malad. You have David Rinthal, Ori Pfeiffer, Ray Farron, and Caroline Loach. Yeah, I don't even know who these actors are. Like, I know Robert Patrick, Maggie Q, Samuel Jackson, and Michael Keaton. Everybody else, I don't even know how to pronounce their names. That's probably why it flopped. Usually you save the unknowns for like a Mission Impossible movie or something. And like I said, this is better than that movie Anna that came out a couple years ago, or The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo sequel that came out without Rooney Mara, or any of these shaky cam bullshit movies that we got last year, like Snake Eyes or whatever. It's not, action movies need to be more like this. You don't need a $200 million budget to leave an impression. At least this movie went to theaters. There's a lot of movies on Netflix that came out last year. Outside the Wire was bad. Freaking Finding Ohana was bad. It was boring. Vanquish, that should have never been made, period. At least this movie got made, and I'm glad that Maggie Q finally got another film. And no one put this in their worst of the year. Nobody. Because Maggie is worth your freaking time. Bintos are not. I'm sorry. Bintos like Gemma Chan should never act again in any film of any kind, because I saw her acting and it put me to sleep. At least Maggie, raises my stakes a little bit. She makes me awake. I can actually look at her and admire her voice and listen to her talk and be badass. I can't do that with other actresses, with certain other actresses. But this is a good movie. If you haven't seen it, what are you waiting for? It's a new year. I'm going to watch this again and hear the commentary by Martin Campbell. There's some special features, making of Anna versus Rembrandt, a deleted scene. So there's some features I can look at, this year that I missed last year. And Made for Vengeance, exactly. Vengeance on Hollywood for giving, not giving Asian women their dues and making them leads, the ones that actually can act, like in Shang-Chi and in freaking this movie and in Mission Impossible. You can do it, guys. Stop making excuses. There are no more excuses anymore. Diversity's here to stay, and a diverse cast can save a movie even if the box office says otherwise. Escape from LA was a flop, and I still like that movie, and it's R-rated. So not everything that makes a lot of money is a good movie. Venom 2 made more than this, and that movie's an abomination because it's PG-13 and it's a freaking cartoon. This is not a cartoon. I don't think there's even one joke in the movie because, again, it's R-rated and it's hardcore and adult and dark sometimes, so it doesn't pull its punches. The action's really bloody, and Martin Campbell, I can see what's going on here, unlike half of the action movies I saw in the past 10 years that are similar to this, like the Taken sequels. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Leave your comments if you want to see this movie. It's available on streaming, and also they have it on Blu-ray a lot at retail stores like Best Buy and Target and etc. It's worth your time. Maggie's so sexy in this movie and so badass that I just wanted to have her like in every scene that she's in. So that's how I feel about it. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.